this going to affect your willingness to go this new rate hike?
No. Nope.
Don't make the choice to waste that kind of money. Make a statement. Everybody who's watching this show, I'm certain at some point has left a comment on a YouTube channel, on a message board, Facebook, something, bitching and moaning about the price increases. Put your money where your mouth is. Prove that you don't have to spend that money. Go to Disney Rehab and get it out of your system.
Welcome, Walt Disney World fans, to another episode of the Notcast presented by NotClub33.com. This week on the show, unfortunately, we're talking Walt Disney World price hikes. They're here yet again for 2023, but it's still 2022, and they're already jacking up the prices on us again. My name is Steve Rhodes, alongside of Pat Neistat.
What's up?
Becky Wells is here with us.
Hey.
And so is the Disney cynic, Mr. Bobby Burchins.
Before we begin, guys, I have a statement that I've been requested to make by HR. I hereby state my regret for everything that I said about Loretta in accounts payable and everything that I said about her job performance and not things paid back out on time. Yes, Janine.
Her name was Janine. You didn't even get her name right. You're going to get another letter from HR.
This is not going well. Janine, my gal, Janine, I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely sorry for throwing you under the bus like that. I still haven't gotten my goddamn reimbursement, but I'm certain that it's coming. Thanks to you and your good hard work. Thank you.
Yeah, for getting her name right, she's going to definitely send that money on your way.
So speaking of
money, that's what this show is about. Bob Chakepack wants more of your money. You folks at home, us here on the show, we just got a price hike on the 11th of October. Man, another price hike from Disney. This time they have done not just tickets, but also the ancillary service, Disney Genie Plus. It's now maxing out at $22 per day per person, where it used to max out at just $15. Is this going to affect your willingness to go to the parks? This is kind of a two-part episode. We're going to start with talking about whether or not this is going to affect your willingness to show up at Walt Disney World, and then we'll get into what you can do about it here on the show. Becky, let's start with you this week. Somebody who has been an annual pass holder, owns DVC, the Disney Vacation Club. Is this going to affect your willingness to go this new rate hike?
No. Nope.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a sentence or two of why?
Listen, I am admittedly the cheapest person on this quad team, and I if I'm going on that trip, I already know I'm spending a shit ton of money. So that's what we planned for, right? Like, now I'm not paying for my accommodations, so I mean, it is what it is. We still find other ways to cut where we can on food while we're there and things like that. So the tickets are what they are. They go up every year.
They do.
So it sucks. It sucks. And I truly think people are priced out. There's plenty of people priced out of this vacation now. But
sure.
Will I still want to go? Yeah, I'm still going to go.
I think many people are in agreement. I mean, this is the one. Disney's always blamed this on inflation, but this is the one year, hell, they can pretty much pull it off with impunity.
I mean, they can.
Inflation.
Well,
it's adjusted for a couple of years. You know, I mean, inflation's super high, 40-year high, so they're going to be. I know my business, my prices have gone up like extraordinary, like big time. So I can see them like justify this price cut. I don't know about Disney, the Genie Plus. I don't know about all that, but food, the resorts, because you got people at work, they're probably getting pay increases. You know,
are they?
No. Probably. It's probably factored in. It's probably factored in year to year. They probably
In the
get annual
parks?
raises.
I surely
I
hope
bet they
so.
do.
Yeah,
I bet they
I'm
do.
sure Mr. Chapek got a
Every
nice fat
cost.
bonus.
I mean, electricity. I mean that probably costs
Flips
them
them a
more, and
nickel.
that's a shit ton. So
Yeah,
but, yeah.
Bobby, I don't think
Is
you're
it,
going to be as nice about as it is these other two.
Nah. So,
So I mean, I'll just let me set it up because
yeah.
first
This is
I want to
my
plug. I want to
yeah.
plug your podcast that I spend time editing every week, and you can go find that wherever you podcast, and it's on Disney. You see the information on the screen. Your most recent episode before this airing of our Notcast here, your most recent episode, you kind of talked about a soft boycott of Disney. You're an annual pass holder, so you're still going to go. But what are some things that you've kind of got in mind, kind of like to kind of curb this?
Yes, I'd
Yeah.
like for you all to imagine me leading a rally like Braveheart, having my face painted while I do this. Don't come if you don't want to spend money. And I'm perfectly fine with saying don't come because at this point we're not involved with a travel agency or anything, right? We don't make money off of
Nope,
these people coming.
we certainly
No,
don't.
okay,
nope.
just making sure. No, so no,
That
don't
ain't
come.
that ain't our game, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Don't come. Save your money. Save the stress because, frankly, like it's a stressful thing for me to just plan a fucking day at Disney World. Let alone, I don't know how you guys do it, where you're planning a whole week at this point. Like it would drive me absolutely fucking crazy. I when I say a soft boycott, or when Steve says a soft boycott, what I mean is come to the parks. That's fine, but spend as little as humanly possible. I'm not buying theme park food, guys. I'm just not. It's not the quality that it once was. It's not. It doesn't taste anything like I remember it tasting. There's no reason for me to do that. I have zero interest in plushes and souvenirs and popcorn buckets and all that jazz. I think it's a huge waste of money to spend $25 on something that costs Disney 10 cents. And so I'm not going to be the one that rushes out to get all that quote unquote collectible shit. Because if I really want it in the future, it'll be on eBay in 20 minutes. And to be honest with you, like there's so many things that that Chapek has jacked the price up on now. Everything from like the littlest, most minute souvenir all the way up to building a lightsaber. Like we're talking like $400 or something like that to build a fucking lightsaber at this point.
It's
Like,
$400 now.
yeah, and it's
Or
not
like
even like that good of an
260.
experience. I have two of them. One of them doesn't work, and it's been less than a year. So
Where did that price start? It started more like 200, 250, didn't it?
I thought it was like 260 now. It was 200 and it's like
Okay,
260.
that still is
it's
pretty good jump. Yeah,
There's maybe the
I mean,
ones on like the Star Cruiser, like maybe there's more
but
options.
I mean, it's
probably a
up.
little bit
Those are
higher end.
$70,000.
Yeah.
there's no sense. Think about a family of four. Then you're spending $1,000 for a bunch of fucking plastic sticks that you can bonk each other with. That's what we're talking about. Like,
So
how is that fair to the family of four?
So
I
the
don't
que-
understand.
They have the choice
que-
not to buy those lightsabers.
Exactly,
Too,
and I'm pleading, begging them.
So
don't make the choice to waste that kind of money. Make a statement. Everybody who's watching this show, I'm certain at some point has left a comment. Has left a comment on a YouTube channel, on a message board, Facebook, something, bitching and moaning about the price increases. Put your money where your mouth is. Prove that you don't have to spend that money. Go to Disney Rehab and get it out of your system. Because like that's
I think
the only
that's
way that
kind of.
we
I
can
I
get
think
around
that
this.
I think it's kind of a cop out. Like if you're gonna if you're really concerned about their prices, then you wouldn't be going at all. Like
So I'm locked
you'd
in
say
with my annual pass.
my pass comes up. Fuck it. I'm not renewing my pass because I'm standing up to this. I don't want to.
No, it
Because
was a legitimate debate for me. Like I honestly almost didn't renew it. The only reason I renewed it was because of Amanda and the podcast, and this show. That's the only reason I renewed. If it
so
wasn't for this, I don't think I would have, and I'd be fine staying
so
at home.
so essentially, what you're saying is it hasn't changed your desire to go. It's changed your desire to how much money you're going to spend when you do go.
I feel like since I've
That's
got
your
the
answer.
annual pass, I'm locked in, and I might as well utilize it so that I'm not just pissing money away every month.
Sure.
And so for that respect, I'm still gonna go and ride some rides. Outside of that, I'm really not gonna spend any money. I'm not. There's not a point to it for me. I don't get the same enjoyment out of some of the trinkets that all these other people do. And frankly, like I said, I think it's abhorrent everything that he's doing with all these increases and everything, and not reinvesting it back into the parks. Like we're not, cast members aren't getting paid. They have a union. They haven't signed a union agreement. Maintenance, we've talked about it God knows how many times on my show, on this show. It's gone significantly downhill for the past 6-7 years at this point. Actually, ever since he became involved in parks. So I don't understand where this money is going. Profits are at record highs and everything
Disney
like
Plus.
that. But
I mean,
great. We got She-Hulk. I'm thrilled for that because that was the banger.
That's where the money is going. The money is being made.
You got Mandalorian.
Let me
that's
step
what
in for a second.
Yeah.
The money's being made from the parks. That's where most of their money is being made right now, and then they're throwing it into Disney Plus. That's what they think is going to be the cash cow. Now,
make something.
History tells us that the parks are the cash cow. I mean, they've always been a cash cow, but they may lose that. I mean, people are starting to complain about it. It's not stopping me from going. I'm still going to go, but because I enjoy it, my kids enjoy it. I enjoy going with my family. Yeah, I have some complaints about price, cost, and this kind of thing, but they get enjoyment out of it, and I get enjoyment spending time with them. So I think it's worth it to me still.
So let's just double back because we kind of glossed over it. Genie Plus, that was the biggest price increase out of all the things that went up because it went up from 15 to 22. So just a percentage wise there, that jumped up a shit ton of percentage. Is this something you guys are completely out on now? I know we've all talked crap about it and said there's been some use cases for it, especially on a super busy day at Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios at $22. Are you out now, Pat? Are you buying this thing at 22, or is that cost prohibitive now?
I'd like to say I'm not going to buy it, but I guess once I get there and if the lines are just like ridiculous, then maybe I would consider it. But what I want to know is that it flexes from day to day, right?
Yeah,
so
but
anybody
come on.
keeping track?
It was already like $22. It was already $22 on like a random Wednesday, and it's only had that flex for like a week. And
okay, I was just wondering if somebody online or something was keeping track of it.
We are firmly we are firmly in the off season right now, and on a random weekday, it's already hit $22. That's the damn price. So let's just.
I don't know. There's still everything is sold out though. Like, and there's even parks that are sold out. It's like not off season this year at this time.
DVC is pretty booked.
Even almost all of October, even the cash site, almost every single thing was booked, and like park reservations aren't available. It's
then that's all you need to know. It's $22. if it's $22 in October, that's the cost. It's $22.
So we went to the part of what sprung the whole conversation on the podcast, anyways. That we went, and like we had literally the least efficient line control I've ever seen in my entire life. Like they were literally letting blank car after blank car after blank car go on a couple of different dark rides because they didn't have enough lightning lane people to let in for the quota of it before they started letting in the regular folks who didn't pay for it. Yep.
Yeah, go listen to the show.
I know I listened. I was listening to your show, but I must have missed that. But what you just said is that they because there was nobody in the lightning lane, they just allowed it to
back up. Yeah, because they have to have a certain number of lightning lane people go before they let on.
That's when they need to adjust their zone.
I think
that's like an official policy.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but I think what you ended up getting a cast member that may have been new and wasn't familiar with, there's nobody here in Lightning Lane. It's okay to let the regular standard guests through. And instead they were like waiting for Lightning. Yeah,
because he looked like he was 19. Don't get me wrong, and he may very well have been new. But at the same time, though, that there should have been a supervisor there telling him, "Okay, just let these people on through." You don't let blank cars go. You don't that's fucking antithetical to the whole experience.
On an Omni-Mover, it was an Omni-Mover for Little Mermaid, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Peter Pan. Both of them were like that, and that's atrocious. You should never have anything like that happen.
So. I guess that
I
means
agree with
obviously
that.
you already
I think
said
that's just-
you're out on it, Bobby. But yeah, you're out
But
on it.
whose fault is that? Would you say who runs Magic Kingdom? Wouldn't that be their fault?
No,
Like
it's
who's in
tomorrow.
charge?
It's Chapek. It's all the leadership setting
You think
standards.
Chapek
Trying to.
sitting on his ivory tower has anything to do with what's
Here's what
going on there?
Here's
Yes
what
and
I'm
no.
thinking. I think the messaging is we need to emphasize to our customer base just how important we think these quote unquote add-on premiums are. And so we're going to make the standby experience so terrible and have word spread around like we're doing right now. And that in and of itself is going to encourage people to buy the Genie Pluses so their experience is not nearly as terrible as the people who are complaining.
Didn't you say on your podcast that the lightning lane is like right? Like, is that come in right before, like where the old Fast Pass used to be?
At Peter Pan, yeah.
At Peter Pan, so you see no line, like you see nothing.
Yeah,
and you're getting ready to get on.
Yeah, and actually, you're standing right at where the ride vehicle enters the building, so you can see if people are in the cars or not. And I shit you not, I saw at least 5 or 6 cars straight, like go through without a single person on. It's absolutely insane. On Little Mermaid, it was even worse.
And that seems like it has more ride vehicles too on Little Mermaid.
Yeah, they're both Omni movers. I mean, either way, it just seems like the push is to try to get you to buy this Genie Plus, and now that it's $22, you were there right after the price change, so maybe that's part of the tactic, Bobby. And
they need to realize that.
Yeah,
sorry. They need to realize that people are buying this and still can't get times. So you can get on at 7:02 and there's not shit available till 8 p.m. Like that's just flaw.
Are you thinking they raised the prices so they could get less people to buy it?
That's what they say. Yikes. Yeah, that's what they say.
I don't know. I mean, because if like you said, Pat, if you get into the park and you see the lines looking like crap, you might try to buy that. But then again, when you get on to the app and you see that there's very little available. Lightning lane times available, and then you just spent $22 on it, you're going to be pretty pissed.
Right.
So
at the same time, I think they think that it's going to sell out no matter what. So might as well continue to find out what the max price is people are going to pay for it until people don't sell it out. And at this point, they're just going in small increments. It wouldn't shock me if they took a big one and doubled the price to $50.
So have they reached like
46%?
Have they passed that equilibrium of price versus worth on Genie Plus?
Did they raise the cost of the ticket? Single day tickets?
Oh, the single day, and I think this is going to be a point for our next episode here. The single day ticket went up like $30. But if you're buying single day tickets at Disney, I've said this on this show, I've said this on Bobby's podcast, I've said this to anybody that knows me and asked me questions about Disney for years. If you buy single day Walt Disney World tickets, you're a fucking moron. Mm-hmm. Just don't go. You don't buy a single day ticket.
What about the price of like the 5-day ticket? Did they go up?
Modicum of change, like it always is.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's pause there because we can bring in some talk about that and Disney's competition, Universal Studios in Orlando, which their prices go up too. But we've got some talk. I mean, the price difference in these two parks is way different. There's some other things that you can do in Orlando as well, and also at Disney World to save some money. We're going to get into that on our next show. We're going to drop that for you guys next week right here on this very Notcast, 4 p.m. Magic Kingdom time. Make sure you're subscribed because you're not going to want to miss that video. It drops 4 p.m. next week here on this very YouTube channel. Also, like this video because we gave you all of our opinions and said the F word a lot.
Yeah.
So we will see you guys next week. And until then, peace out.